How much your wife loves you mainly has to do with what you do rather than what you convince her to feel. By making a few changes in what you do, your wife will have more loving feelings for you. How can you tell how much your wife loves you? A woman who loves a man values him and holds him in high regard. She enjoys thinking about him, the time they have spent together, and their future together. She looks forward to seeing him again, hearing his voice, and feeling his touch. She smiles when she gets his text messages, and she makes him feel loved. That's not hard for her, and it comes naturally because that is the way she feels. A man who wants to be loved like this makes sure that his interactions with her freshen their emotional connection. He may need to discuss routine things, but he always has an eye on the way he is interacting with her. He thinks about her fondly when they are not together. Sadly, many men miss these opportunities. They focus on the task rather than the way they interact. The more task-focused and less relationship-focused men become, the more their emotional connection slips away and the less love they get from their wives. Because women review more than men do, wives think more about their past time together. They more quickly become aware of changes from the past. They feel the difference in the way their husbands used to treat them and the way they are treated now. A bad day is not a problem, but a downhill slide in emotional connection is. When a wife's love fades, she may start to accuse her husband of not being appreciative. What this really means is that she is not feeling loved by him. She may accuse him of not loving her anymore. This is her bid for reassurance. If a man reassures his wife of his love but doesn't actually help his wife to feel more loved, he may become shocked by her desire to separate. You know, and I know, that a marriage can't continue to be a honeymoon forever. There are bills to pay and grass to mow. It's so easy to get caught up in those things that we have to do that we can start to substitute them for romance. Yes, we take out the garbage partly for our wives so that they won't have to. But if we didn't have wives, we would still take out the garbage, wouldn't we? Isn't that also true for going to work, mowing the lawn, vacuuming the floor, and anything else that we do around the house? Although we can do a lot for our wives, the very fact that we would need to do those things anyhow does nothing to pluck her heartstrings. You may or may not get a thank you, but more romantic feeling from her? No. If that's the reason you are plowing the back 80, you may as well trade in your tractor for a pair of walking shoes. Taking a walk with her will actually build more love in her heart than working your butt off all day long. Why is that? It's because walking with her is not something you have to do, and because your attention is focused on her. If you are a very responsible man, you need to learn what you are most responsible for. In God's words, husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. God showed his love for us through sacrifice. We must be amazingly important to God for him to do that, even though he didn't have to. That is why we give our love back to him. You may need your wife a great deal. You may need her to cook for you, clean for you, help you pay bills, raise your children, listen to you talk about work, have sex with you, or keep you company while watching a movie. If she were to leave, you would miss those things very much. But what is it about those things that makes her feel special? What is it that makes her feel like she is the only one who could possibly do those things for you? Probably not much. She may feel that if she were not with you to do those things, you could just find someone else who would, and be none the worse off for it. Some men may even add insult to injury by enjoying looking at pornography or other women while making their wives feel like it doesn't matter how they look. She might feel like it wouldn't even matter to you if she were silent and invisible as long as your needs were met. What your wife needs for her emotional maintenance is to feel like she is special. Women need to feel uniquely special. They need to feel that, try as they might, other women just couldn't be as good for you. Is it realistic? Probably not, but emotional needs don't have much to do with objective reality. Why am I talking about making her feel special when you are the one who wants more love? Because that is how you get it. Hallmark and Olive Garden can't create the love for you. A man may say, I take her out to dinner, help her around the house, give her birthday and Valentine's Day cards that say I love you, and sleep with her every night after I'm done using the computer. What more could she want? In a loving relationship, these things are good and important. But in the absence of a loving relationship, in the absence of her feeling special, they can make her profoundly sad. You can take her out to dinner or give her a nice card or gift and later hear her crying through the bathroom door. How can that possibly be? It's because she doesn't feel the love for you she wished she felt. It faded and doesn't seem to be coming back. The card and gift just remind her of that. Or when she goes out to dinner with you, she feels alone. What you meant to make her happy can just end up making her sad. And if she shows you her sadness, it might make you frustrated and mad too. So most of the time, women just keep such sadness to themselves. Fortunately, there is a way to change her feelings. You have 3 love-sending body parts. None of them are inside your pants. They are your face, your hands, and your voice. Regardless of how hard you work, your wife uses these 3 things to judge the way you feel about her. And that's more important to her than all the work you do. Here is something to learn if you haven't. Men respond to action and women respond to gaze, words, voice, and touch. Master these and use them liberally. You don't need to take acting lessons to know how to use these right. If you have a loving attitude, these will all come out right. If you have a loving attitude, it will show in your face, especially your eyes, your voice, and your touch. She will feel it. She will feel it like electricity running right into the center of her emotions. These keep your wife's love switched on just as well as when you were first dating her. Can you look at her like you used to? And can you talk to her like you used to? Just like men, women do not outgrow what makes them feel in love or loved. Make your wife feel like she used to, and you will get the love you used to. Making your wife love you more starts with adjusting your attitude. Let me give you a couple of attitude adjustment examples. Attitude is connected to your thinking. To improve your attitude, change your thinking. So if you are thinking something like, what does she want now? It's possible you might have an attitude of curiosity, but it's more likely your face or voice will show disinterest or annoyance. Change your thought to, I can take a moment out for my lovely wife. Think like this, and your eyes, face, and voice will be entirely different. Even on the phone, it will be different. Or if you are thinking something like, why can't my wife greet me at the door when I come home? Instead, look forward to greeting her when you come home. Maybe she would like you to be happy to see her. Love can't be demanded. It must be seeded, nurtured, and grown. There are 2 more parts of your anatomy that will really turn her on. If you are thinking your muscular arms and butt, you are wrong. They won't turn on a wife who doesn't feel loved. Your 2 key body parts for helping your wife feel loved for you and to feel loved by you are your ears. You don't need to be able to wiggle them, although that is a plus, and I can't demonstrate it for you now. Just use your ears to listen. You need to make what's important to her be important to you. Whenever she says something that is important to her, shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen, listen, listen. Don't disagree. Disagreements disconnect. Don't solve her problems unless she asks you to, and even then, do it sparingly. And don't interrupt and talk about your opinion. Listening and attention are beautiful gifts that she may not get anywhere else. She dreamed about sharing her life with you when she committed to you. And women share by talking. So listen. You can talk some other time. You don't have to talk when she's talking. You can include gaze, using soft eyes, and casual touch in your listening. There's a reason women prefer to sit face to face when talking. They look for the other's emotional reaction to what they are saying. When the other person's emotion matches their emotion, a connection is made. Your wife doesn't want a Mr. Fix-It or a Mr. Nice Guy. She wants someone who can feel what she feels. When you're listening to your wife, stop trying to think of some brilliant response and instead connect to her with your facial expression, eye contact, and touch. If you and your wife have grown a little distant, the eye contact may seem hard at first, but persevere. What's that? I can hear you saying that you are doubtful that changing your attitude would work with your wife. And you may be right, depending on how long she has gone without feeling loved. You see, when a woman doesn't feel loved for a long time, her own love starts to shut down, and she has no idea how to start it up again. As far as she is concerned, she won't believe it is even possible for it to start up again. Your wife can't start her own in-love feelings, and she can't be talked into them. Only your actions can do that for her. If she stops loving you, she is eventually going to start to think about leaving you. After all, in her mind, that's the only way that she can feel love again. She doesn't just want to feel loved by you, she also wants to feel love for you. The longer she has been trying to make herself feel that way, the less hopeful she will be about your relationship. You're going to need to do something really unfair to restart her love. That is, you have to give her love even while she is unable to give it to you. I know it's not fair. You would like to be instantly rewarded for your new and loving behavior, and she would like to be able to give it to you, but she can't. Women can't manufacture love in their hearts. You have to help her do that. How much time it takes depends on how long she has felt unloved. The part of her brain that she can't control, her subconscious, does not trust you, so it won't turn on those feelings of love until it trusts you again. You will need to be consistent without being controlling, and you must never pressure her. Eventually, feeling unloved and being unable to love you, she will see ending your marriage as the only option of happiness for both of you. She's not likely to tell you this until she has already prepared to leave. Then she will see any attempt on your part to get her to stay as your own selfishness and neediness. No matter how loving you are at that time, your love will be rejected. You are likely to pursue her, which will pressure her and make her want to get away from you sooner. You are best off not using marriage counseling at that time. Working in counseling on something her heart is not into will convince her and the counselor that your marriage is hopeless. The counselor will then shift to helping you with an amicable divorce. There is a better way. If your wife is already distant, don't pressure her to feel differently. Instead, learn how to rebuild emotional connection in a way that helps her relax and enjoy you again. I've helped thousands of men to reconcile from the point where their wives no longer feel love for them at all. I start by getting them away from pursuit and instead help them with skills that help their wives relax with them. Only then can reconnection start. Once relaxed, their wives must be reattracted and come to enjoy the relationship again. None of these things can happen with pursuit, pressure, or persuasion. Sign up for my Reconnections coaching package and I'll help you get quickly back to a friendly relationship with your wife again. From there, rebuilding will be so much easier, and I can help you with that too. So what is the bottom line for your marriage? If you are not at the point where your wife wants to leave you, don't wait for it. Create love in your wife so that she can love you more. That's what you want, but it's what she wants too. Women want to love just as much as they want to feel loved. They just can't do one without the other, and that depends on what you do. My final word of advice to you is don't be like the guy that never changed the oil in his car because he knew a good place to get an engine rebuilt.